Guys, and welcome to Sue's Quick and Easy, where I'm trying to be somewhat prepared for tonight's show. Well, you know I'm never always really ready, but I'm ready but not prepared, shall we say. So I wanted to show you a new product that I found when I was at the grocery store the other day. I went over to a store that I frequent often, and they had this Green Giant fresh cauliflower crumbles, chopped cauliflower, and it says great for mashing pizza crust, sauces, and more. So I'm thinking with the sauces, it's like a thickening agent in the sauces, which is great because I have a recipe coming up using a sauce, and I was like wanting to figure out what can I use to thicken it. I can use something like this, but this is convenient. I wanted to try it out because it said pizza crust, and that's what I'm making tonight. As you know, I'm doing the low carb thing, and I've got to tell you, I'm going to use this whole package, which it's a 16-ounce package, but I'm going to use it up. So I have to say that this is a recipe that has intrigued me since I've been on the low carb diet thing, but I've always been kind of a little intimidated. So I'm just taking multiple recipes and combining them all together and throwing in my secret ingredients as well. And now you can steam this any way you want. If you have a fancy steamer, a double boiler, whatever you want to do. I am doing it the Sue's Quick and Easy ghetto kind of way. This is my big plastic go-to bowl, and I use it for everything. I'm just going to put half of a thing of water. Half of a thing. I'm going to fill it up halfway with my cauliflower, with water, and then we're going to put some plastic wrap. See, look, I was prepared, because sometimes these things fight me. So I was prepared tonight. I did not want to fight. So I have this already out. And then you just want to cover this tightly with some plastic wrap and put it in the microwave for 22 minutes. That's my lucky number tonight. I always do like a different time each time. But the point we're going to do is we're going to steam the heck out of this, make it very soft and pliable, and I am going to make this into a low carb pizza crust. So stay tuned. I'm also making pizza. Talk to you soon. Okay, so the recipes, and I do mean plural, that I've checked out, they called for a lot of things that I'm not going to do because I'm Sue's Quick and Lazy. Easy. So one thing they suggested was to use a cheesecloth to drain all the water off of this, which is so tedious sounding to me. I just drained it with a colander really, really good. And this is so soft. Now I wanted to make sure, and most of the water is off of this. It's pretty dried up. So anyways, you want to make sure it's still a little bit warm and it's still steaming when you mix the rest of these ingredients together. So because I'm going to be adding some Philadelphia brand cream cheese. Now, this is the kind that has chives in it, so it's going to be an oniony type of crust, but that's okay. I found that a lot of the recipes were saying mascarpone cheese. Trust me, if you don't have any of those fancy like goat cheese, mascarpone cheese, stuff like that, just use some regular old cream cheese. A friend of mine told me that trick, and it works every time, and it comes out really, really good too. I'm using half of a container of it, and I'm just going to put that in and get that stirring up and heated in there. While I'm thinking about the other type of toppings, or not toppings, mixings that I'm going to use. I think that you're supposed to cool it down a little bit before you add the egg though, so I'll probably add that ingredient last. Now this is becoming good already. This is becoming almost like a mashed potato type of thing, and if you wanted to stop at this point and do mashed potatoes with cream cheese, they'd be really, really good. But we are not doing that. Get concentrated again, Sue. Now this is another thing the recipe did not call for, but I'm going to add. These are crispy onions, and it adds delicious crispy crunch to your salads, soups, burgers, casseroles, anything you want, mashed potatoes, more, whatever. And it's only 3 carbs per serving. So that's like really cool, So I am going to just kind of put, and I've already like crumbled it up while it was in the package too. So I'm just going to put a little bit of these in here because it will give my crust a little something special, I think. You can do anything you want. It's your pizza crust, right? So I'm going to stir that in. And at this point, I might let it cool for just a little bit and come back because I don't want my egg to cook in there. I don't think you really want that to happen. So I'm just going to, at this point, just kind of let it sit here and chill, hang out, whatever, do what it has to do. And then I will come back and finish forming my lovely pizza crust. So stay tuned. Whoa. Okay, we're still rolling. I just tripped over the tripod. Okay, so we're back. This has cooled significantly. And I just have to tell you, I have to take off my chocolate diamond because this is going to get messy. I can just tell. Clean hands. This is cooled down, so I can now add the egg, the cheese, the other binding agents that it called for. But, you know, those French fried onions in there, I am telling you guys what, that is going to add something really, really special because it smells so lovely. Oh, yeah, and I've made the chef's decision to add some fresh basil in my crust because I thought that would pair nicely. So I'm just going to get that chopped up in there. So what we want now is we want kind of a dryish crust. I'm going to add some of this grated Parmesan cheese. Now this will help bind this stuff together as well. Then I'm going to use some of this Italian 5 cheese blend. That's going in there. So it's going to be fake Parm, and this has real Parm. So, and this has mozzarella, Romano, Asiago. It has all different types of Parmesan cheeses in here. It is going to be so delectable. Okay. So I am just going to now I didn't know if I needed the butter or not. I don't think I do with everything else that I have in here. So I'm just going to stir this up, and it does. Look at that. It's forming into like a nice dough. It really does have, you know, it does really remind me of a real pizza dough. Okay, so considering it worked out, I'll get messy for you guys. I will. I wasn't anticipating that I would want to. Did I even add an egg? I didn't even add the egg. I guess I should add the egg. Because you're supposed to. I don't always duck all the rules. Sometimes you gotta follow them. So I will add my egg like a good girl. There we go. Whoops. But no, oh no, I don't want to add the whoopsies. I want to add the shell. Okay. Gosh, goodness gracious. Okay. Get it together, Sue. Okay, so I'll just put this egg in. That's going to be the ultimate binding agent too. Now I don't really want to touch this. I should have maybe added the egg. Oh well. Yeah, it was a little bit stiffer before I added the egg. I probably shouldn't have added the egg, but oh well. This is just experimental. So what I've done here, I've taken this big pan, and it has aluminum foil in there, and I've sprayed it with Pam. I've sprayed the pan with Pam as well. And we're just going to kind of try to do a pizza crust. I think it would have been better though if I would not have added the egg, but I'm not going to lament on how that
more cheese, babe. Cheese.
I think it'll be okay. You know, if I have to, I will, but I think it'll be fine.
That's just the input from the peanut gallery.
Thank you, dear peanut gallery. So I'm just going to kind of smush. I'm going to make one of those rectangular, or should I just? Yeah, I think I'll just go with the traditional rounds, like a big full moon. And I'm not talking when my husband has the back of his pants down either. Okay. So look at that. It's beautiful. And I have my oven preheated to 400 degrees. And this is going in for 40 minutes per one of the recipes said that. I have to go address this messy hand issue. We'll come back after 40 minutes. My husband's going to set a timer, and then we're going to see how this pizza crust turns out. So stay tuned. Honey, can you set a timer for Mama?
Yes, dear.
Okay. Well, I checked it because it smelled done 14 minutes before it was to be taken out. And since I altered ingredients and looked at a bunch of different recipes, it just seemed right to take it out 14 minutes early. So they said that what you're supposed to... Look, it looks pretty nice, doesn't it? It looks really, really nice. I have to toot my own horn. And it feels like a right, you know, kind of consistency. And if it doesn't flip, you're supposed to flip it before. I don't think I'm going to though, because it's looking like it's sticking. A lot of people, no, I'm going to try. A lot of people did say that, oh look, I got it. Oh, you got to be really tender. Oh gosh. Well, I'm having a little bit of problems. I don't want to ruin this. I'm not going to flip it over. I do not want to ruin the beauty of this, so it's not going to be flipped. Because you cannot, I mean, sometimes, you know, if you just don't feel like flipping, you just don't feel like it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some of this lovely Classico creamy tomato and roasted garlic sauce. And this is only 3 carbs. So that goes good for our low carb diet that we're doing. And it's a thick sauce and it has my garlic in there like I like. So we're just going to put some of that on there. And we're going to spread it out. And I have this plate that I want to tell you something right now. This plate of toppings looks like it could be good as a low carb salad on its own, because it's just, you know, all you would have to do is take a hard boiled egg and slice up some avocado slices and put some cheese and some salad dressing, and look, this on its own would be a really, really great low carb salad. But that's not what we're using it for. We're going to have it on our delicious low carb pizza tonight. So this is some artichoke hearts sliced, some sausage crumbles, some sliced olives, and some sliced pancetta. And we, in no particular order, we're just going to kind of mix this around, and then we're just going to top our pizza. I got the pancetta in lieu of pepperoni, my babies. Did you hear I rolled my R's? Pepperoni. Just for fun, right? Okay, so I'm going to get my... Well, I know you sound disappointed, but pancetta is very nice.
I'm not disappointed.
Okay, so then I'm going to get some sliced mushrooms, and I'm going to add some of those on top of my pizza. Sometimes pizza is just like a work of art. You just have to kind of go with what you feel like in the moment. You know what I mean? Well, art or sex, whatever. Then you want to have some Italian seasoning, and you want to sprinkle it with some... I was heavy on the mushrooms. I don't know, I just was. So, kind of like my Marchand. Okay. Sorry. What am I doing? I'll edit that part out. Okay. What? So then the most important part, you want lots and lots and lots of cheese. This is a Mexican style shredded cheese blend with pepper jack, Colby jack, and cheddar. And that's going to be going on top too. This is going to be so good. It's going to be topping-lific. Topperific. It's going to be dang good. That's what it's going to be. So, look at that. It has to have a lot of cheese. Do you like it heavy on the cheese, baby? Extra cheese? Yeah, because like they'll charge you $6 just for extra cheese if you order it out. And it's like, are you serious? That's crazy. Sometimes pizza prices can be slightly outrageous, right? Okay, so what's going to be the finishing thing on this? Because I know that there was something else that I was supposed to add on top. Or is that it? Oh yeah, some basil. I'm going to put some more basil on the top. And then we're going to just put this back in the 400-degree oven for 10 minutes. And hubby is going to time that for me as well. Then we're going to come out. Well, it's going to come out and I'm going to come back. And we're going to have some wonderful, delicious, low-carb, Susie style, quick and easy pizza. So stay tuned. Okay, well, this is my pizza. This is how it turned out. It is a monster, but we cannot wait to shove that stuff in our mouth because it's going to be really, really good. Ooh, I have to set up this again. Okay. So I'm going to have to try to figure out a way to cut into this. Oh my goodness. This is so huge. And it did stick a little, which some people said that it did. But that's okay. you know, sometimes things stick, but this looks like it's going to be awesome. I'm not sure the texture. I've never made any low carb pizza before, pizza crust, whatever you want to call it. So let's give us a little taste test, shall we? I'm going to try to delicately get one of these pieces out, but look, it looks like it's coming out pretty well. And it does look like the crust, even though it's not, you know, what I would traditionally think of as a regular pizza crust. But I have high hopes that this is going to be tasty. And how could it not with all those wonderful, luscious toppings, right? So I'm just going to go ahead and dig right in and give it a taste-a-rooney. That pancetta looks especially wonderful. You know what? It's not that bad. I mean, it's not like what you're used to, like from Pizza Hut or something, but it's actually pretty good. It's very tasty. It's a wonderful pizza. So, you know, experiment. Give some low-carb pizza a try sometime if you would like, or just do some regular pizza. Get in the kitchen, make a little art, and make a little pizza love, and we will talk to you guys later. Have a good one. Bye.